Okay, welcome to Story Time. This series I'm going to start talking about where I talk about some of the stupid things me and my friends have done over the years. I have known my friends for years now. I've known them since elementary school, but we've all done a majority of stupid things together. You guys might know him, Gunman, Jacob, Q-Dog. If you remember Q-Dog, this is far back when my channel first started, when Q-Dog was still with me, and this was a co-operated channel. But anyway, with these two people, I have done tons and tons of stupid fucking shit with them. But I'm not going to get into the real stupid shit. Today we're going to start off very light. And this is going to be about the time me and them have got, well, technically not arrested. We were detained by police, yes, but we were never truly arrested for climbing up onto a rooftop. Now, let me paint the scene for you motherfuckers. We live in a small town called Millersville, PA. It is overshadowed by Lancaster City here in Pennsylvania. You might have heard of Lancaster. You probably never heard of Millersville. This isn't a real popular town, despite it being a college town. Now, Millersville is a college town, and its history is kind of long forgotten because no one's sure if it started out as a college town or if the college came around long after the town was established itself. But a majority of people here believe that the college came around first and then the town was built around it. And the college easily makes up half of the damn town. Now, at the college, there is this small, pretty small, and what, at the time of us going up onto the rooftop, appeared to be an abandoned building. Now, abandoned is a bit of a stretch. We knew it wasn't abandoned. It was clearly used, but it appeared very underused or only used once a year or a month, as it would appear, because there's always dust everywhere. It was always a very messy and very underkept building. The tiles on the rooftops were coming off. The bricks were in the building. This was a brick building. Was very worn. There was graffiti over it. Some of it may or may not have been from us. I'm not admitting to anything on camera here except for climbing this rooftop. But, yeah. And it was always covered in foliage. At one point in time, there was just moss covering one side of the building. Now, this is before we climbed it. When we climbed it, the moss was cleared off. But that's just to give you an idea. So, we thought no one ever used this building. And over the span of what I think is like a year and a half, give or take the half a year, it slowly became our hangout spot and where we would go just to get away from our parents, just like take in the surroundings, because that part of the college was always surrounded by nature. There was tons of animals that would go through there. The only other building was the science wing building, and that itself was very rarely used either. And no, we did not worry about, hey, some guy looking out seeing us up onto the rooftop, because no, the building was in fact underused. In fact, if I'm correct, there was only ever 3 classes in that building a week. And that's if I'm correct, but I'm not correct about a lot of things, so don't take my word for that. So, yeah, that's paint the scene for you. So, over this year and a half, it became our hangout spot. We would be there, not all the time, but a good portion of our week, we would just be there hanging out and being stupid teenagers and preteens, because Q-Dog is in fact a preteen. Me and Gunman, well, Jacob, are in fact teenagers. I'm the oldest of the group, which is gonna play a factor here later, because honestly I'm surprised I'm not the one who got fucking burnt for all of this shit. But anyway, back to the story. So, one day we're up on the rooftop, we're just chilling out, we're being stupid teenagers, and there's this chimney, orthodox thing. It's a circle, it sticks out of the roof, and if you were to look down it, you can see into the building, assuming you have a flashlight. But anyway, because we assumed this building was majorly underused, and I believe this personally played a factor, we all decided to scream down its stupid shit. I screamed, fuck the police. Gunman or Jacob, I forget what he screamed, but he screamed something along the lines of fuck me daddy or something like that, I'm not sure. He's gay. No, he's not, I'm just making that up. But anyway, and Quinn, he was smart, Q-Dog, he didn't say anything. He's probably the only one of us who was smart in this situation, but give me a sec. But Anyway, so while we're screaming this stupid stuff down there, a normal person wouldn't be on the rooftop to begin with. A smart person would have just left. They would have just left. They wouldn't have risked staying up on the rooftop with the risk of people being down there. But because we thought the building was basically abandoned or majorly underused, we didn't worry about it because we thought the chances of someone being in the building or hearing us in the surroundings of the building was like a 1 in a trillion chance. Bit of an exaggeration there because obviously we did get caught, but we're getting to that. So we stay up on the rooftop for about another 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes after that, and I get the brilliant idea of let's have a knife throwing competition. I always carried around 2 small pocket knives with me for protection reasons, obviously. I don't know why I'm protecting myself from. There are no threats in my town whatsoever. In fact, if anything, I believe me and my friends are the biggest threat this town has ever faced. Yeah, very well kept town. But anyway, so I decided to have a knife throwing competition. So we're gonna throw our pocket. I was gonna throw my pocket knives. Quinn was gonna throw the pocket knives, and Jacob was gonna throw the pocket knives. And we were gonna see who was gonna hit this, who could hit the tree about. I want to say it was about, not 30 feet, about 20 feet away from where we were standing. So, we're having this competition. I throw the one knife, Jacob throws a knife, we both miss. So, me and Jacob go down to retrieve the pocket knives so Q can have his turn. And I believe at this point is when we got caught. I said I believe because we spent a good 5 minutes looking around. And the whole time, instead of letting Quinn was being an idiot, standing up, proud and tall, just staring down at us, screaming, "Did you find the knives yet?" Or something like that. I don't know. This was about a month ago. I kind of forget what he said. But I believe that's what caught the attention of a security guard that was roaming around doing his rounds at the time. Now, we knew security always went through there, but they've never gave us trouble before, and we'd never given them trouble before. In fact, I believe one time a security guard doing his rounds, in fact, just looked at us while we were up on the rooftop, but he didn't say anything. He looked dead at us. I've never told the others this, but there you go, guys, if you're watching this video. We have gotten caught before being up there. So, surprise, surprise. But anyway, so he screams that, the security guard sees us, and I don't know security guard first. Had I known security guard, I would have been like, fucking run. I would have been like, guys, let's book. Let's get out of here. But I didn't because I didn't know security guard. The security guard goes up to Jacob and starts talking to him. Now, I'm not sure if this is what happened or not. Jacob can probably confirm this in the comments section. Jake, if you're watching. But I believe he asked at some point, were you guys up on the rooftop? Because Q was still up on the rooftop. And I was there looking for the knives. I didn't even know the security guard was there. I believe the security guard was there for 3 minutes talking to Jacob before I even noticed he was there. Because that's when the security guard looked at me and I looked at him and I'm like, oh fucking shit. What have we gotten ourselves into this time? Yeah, you're gonna learn this is not the first stupid thing we've done. But yeah, so he talks to Jacob for a few minutes, then the security guard gets to me. Then Quentin walks down from the rooftop because I believe the security guard's buddy was there and got Quentin off the rooftop. We didn't see another security guard for about another 4 minutes after this point. And please note, the security guard was talking to us for around 5 minutes at this point. So I'm thinking, oh god, how the fuck are we going to get out of this? But naturally, Jacob had already admitted to us being on the rooftop. Great. I'm not following you, Jake. This is on all of us. So, yeah, that's it for that. But then the security guard takes our information, and then he says, "You're on private property. What were you thinking?" Now, this is where I think I kind of made things worse for us, because I questioned the security guard's property thing, it being private property, and I said, wait, but it's open campus, this is a public campus, it is engulfed by a town, this is public property. And this was like a 30-second argument between me and the security guard on whether or not it was private or public property. Naturally, the security guard won because his buddy later came around to confirm, yeah, this is private property, and I'm like, shit! Because just so you know, if you get caught trespassing on public property and get caught trespassing on private property, that is two very different consequences. That's two very different sets of consequences. Public property, at most, you can get set with a fine. Private property, on the other hand, it's not just a fine. You're facing serious jail time. And technically, we were trespassing. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But still, had it been public property, we wouldn't have risked jail time. But anyway, so I'm trying to think of a way to get out of this. Security guard's buddy comes around, and after they get my information, Quinn's information, Jacob's information, all of our information, they call our parents one by one. Our parents come down, and surprisingly to me, we didn't get fines, jail time, or anything. I expected us to lick the big boot at this point. I was afraid about dropping the soap at this point, so to speak. But yeah, surprisingly, we got off without a hook, and I'm kind of glad I didn't go with my idea of let's throw a rock at the guy and run, because that's what I was honestly thinking about at this point. Now, please note, the first security guard was an older gentleman. I say gentleman, and because if he's watching this video, I don't want to be disrespectful. He was actually a pretty chill dude. But yeah, he was an older gentleman, so he didn't give us too much trouble. I imagined he had seen a lot of shit like this before from the college students themselves. And it's also important to note that we are not the first people to go up on that rooftop, apparently. I later did some digging and found out whole groups of teenagers used to go up there because of how underused the building is. So, that's really the story. We got off without a hook. Naturally, all of our parents kind of laid into us at this point. My dad really was pissed off, and I don't blame him. If that was my son or child in general, I would be like, what the fuck were you thinking? But I bet my dad has done some stupid shit like that. Quentin, all he got was extra chores. Jacob, his mom didn't even give a shit. So it's safe to say, despite this being a pretty stupid thing, a pretty stupid situation that shouldn't have happened in the first place because we shouldn't have been up there at the first place, we all got off our hook, and this is the start to a series of me just talking about stupid things I have done and me and my friends have done. And believe me, there are plenty of other stupid things to talk about. And that's the story, guys. Not that entertaining of a story, but I thought it would be a good way to start off this type of series. And who knows, maybe I'll bring the others in to talk about these stories too. Hopefully. This might be the first official series I ever have on my channel that's going to last more than 4 episodes. Yeah, but if you guys enjoy it, leave a like. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe. Seriously, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like. I need to know if you guys enjoy this shit or not. My 114 subs, I think, because I haven't checked my channel's analytics in forever and subscriber count in forever. I'm not even sure if I have a fan base left. But anyway, that's the story. Leave a like. This is part of the video where I beg for likes and subscribes. And that is really it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Peace out.